Well, hello. How is it going, everybody? We've got episode 5 of Let's Talk Legends on the way. It's your boy Gurf again, and I am joined by a very few... No, that sounds weird. I'm joined by some excellent guests here tonight. We got Giggle Queef with us on tonight. We got Do and B on as well, too, and Dallas as well as Candidaton on the way. Gentlemen, how you doing so far tonight?
Pretty good.
I'm all right.
Doing all right. Ready to expose those predictions to the world tonight.
Sure.
Yeah, just ready your inboxes for the flame. But you know what? We're making our best educated guesses out here, and you know what? I'm thinking they're pretty good. We've got 2 of us on the LAS side tonight, and 2 of us on the LRS side. But I'm glad I at least have one of you from each right now, fellas. Just an initial idea or feeling of how these playoffs are going to end up turning out. What are your initial thoughts here going in?
I think there's going to be upsets.
I feel that the rankings probably will show playoffs, but I think first and second seed are both going to have chances to win against anyone.
Yeah.
Second seed can win against first seed, but I think beyond that, it's probably set in stone.
I mean, it's a lot different, right, when you're playing a best of 5 series compared to, I mean, LRS pre-made, you at least have that experience of doing those best of 3s every single week, but over on the LAS draft side, they have been best of 1. So it's, I mean, a big part of it is mental. I can definitely say that has had an impact on my play recently. Not been great for me personally, but I mean, when you get into those situations where, you know, you might get a rough game 1, like what are these teams going to be doing to come back from that mental beatdown, I guess, if you want to call it that. It's a much different experience. It's a much different experience once we get there, but we're just waiting for a couple other members to join us, and then we're going to start showing some predictions. I did take a glance at a couple of yours. I think what you were saying, Do and B, though, is pretty on the money, though. We have these pretty strong teams who have been just at the top of the bracket there for the majority of the split for LRS pre-made. So might come down to a couple teams at the end there for that 3rd place or 4th place spot there, but I think you and I have a lot of similarities from the bracket. I mean, when we look at those top 4 teams, so it'll be interesting to see how it turns out, though.
I think the only team that can be a quote-unquote dark horse is RGC.
Yes, that is definitely an unknown. So I don't know, with that unpredictability when you get into that best of 5, right? It can go it's going one of the other ways very hard, but not too sure what it's going to be yet. But I don't know where Dallas and Cannon are right now.
I hate Dallas. Just kidding, I love him.
I mean, we have him on tonight for LAS, but technically he does everything. He's in every league at this point. So I think with the exception of one of the Valorant leagues, he's across the board in this one. So I mean, it wouldn't hurt to start to see what the community's predictions were for the LAS draft. We did have some time this week to get your guys' opinions here. So before we show that, just to remind you all that we're doing a fat token giveaway tonight. So if you haven't already entered in the raffle, we are going to be giving away 3 sets of 1,000 tokens. So there will be 3 winners announced at the end. Yeah, look at that. Raffle in the chat. Beautiful. That's what I love to see. But you know what I really want to see is what the community decided for these predictions in the LAS draft. Because it was put to a vote there, but I believe... Oh, yes, we do. We do have it up and available. So why don't we go ahead and look at this, guys. So, initial thoughts here as we go through our quarters, which are starting this week. We are going to get to see this Falcons and Panthers on stream, but let's start from the top here. Wolves versus Crusaders. I would say, a little bit weight on that Wolves side. What do you guys think between these two guys?
I don't know any of these. I don't know any of this.
Fair enough, doing me. We'll save your analytics skills once we get to the LRS, because I will definitely need your help for that. But Giggle, looking at these guys.
I think they're the Wolves are definitely one of the favorites. For sure, they're a very good team. Crusaders, it's all about the Mako diff.
Yeah, that's I think that's gonna come down for a couple of these at the brackets you see tonight as well too. Is that Mako is definitely a major backbone in this Crusaders squad. So I mean, if he has like some insane kind of night that he's just on point and not giving up, I could see it. I could see it. But Wolves have been on an absolute just a path of destruction. Plus that recent trade we saw a little while back of the addition of Bam Booper. I mean, Dallas and Bam Booper were on a split winning team back in fall on Tigers V2. So now they're back at it again. Looking to claim another championship.
I was going to comment on that trade as well. They seem like they really got it together after that trade.
Yeah, that's it's definitely looking good for the Wolves. So I agree with this. You guys will see my predictions later on tonight too. But in that second matchup, a bit of a one-sided vote for that. Dragons have been super powerful all split. I mean, that is definitely true. Eagles did squeak into one of those last playoff. Well, actually, not the last playoff spot. They're there in third, but they had a bit of a rough last few weeks. So we'll have to see how they fare up against one of those top teams coming from the B pool. A little nervous for that one, Giggle.
Yeah, and I think the B pool teams are definitely on the stronger side of the pool A teams this year. So that'll be interesting to see if Eagles can take a couple games off them.
Yeah, and speaking of the B teams being strong, we see another very one-sided vote there for Gators and Sharks. The Gators taking that victory, going on to the semis from you guys. What you guys have predicted here, and I gotta agree with this too. Gators are just strong as a 5-man squad. They got a whole other team in another league together as a pre-made. They're good. They play very well together.
Yeah, we've all kind of gelled together pretty well, and honestly, just very happy with how everyone's gelled together over the year.
Mm-hmm. And this last bracket here is actually the closest, and I gotta say, I think this might be one of the closest, which is why I think it's also been chosen as the stream game, because and you'll see again when I get my predictions out how many games I think this is going to. But I mean, Falcons coming in here as that second place team from the A pool, and Panthers as the third. I think, Panthers do look like the overall stronger team if you're going to compare these two on paper. But again, we're in best of fives, and I think that unpredictability and how these teams handle that mental is definitely going to have an effect here. But I'm not too sure which way it's going to go yet. I think it's going to be a close match here in that last bracket.
I'm kind of thinking the last it's either last week or the week prior when Falcons took that game from Wolves. I think that's kind of swinging a lot of the votes their way.
Yeah, I think that's definitely going to impact or made the impact there. But on to semis. I mean, the first semis here, Wolves versus Dragons. If that ends up being the matchup, that is going to be an absolute banger series. But only one of these two teams can make it out. Which you guys decided. The Dragons are going to take on the Wolves. That was very close. Only by 2 votes. Only a margin of 2 votes for that one. Insanely close. But again, Gators showing up as that stronger choice here from our Discord votes. So if we end up seeing a Dragons Gators finals, no bias here, but do we think Gators is that overall stronger squad, and why?
Without being too biased, I think I think just based on results, I think we're gonna take it. I'm not gonna leak any scrim results or anything, but we've done pretty well.
That's fair. You got to keep those little insider knowledge little tidbits. Very close at this point. I mean, we see some crazy stuff happen in playoffs where there's like, you know, players playing stuff that we have never seen them whip out during the regular split, but it just works in a best of 5. Or you know what, they're up 2-0 and want to try something. That sometimes is the case, but yeah, we'll have to see. I think that's definitely going to be a extremely close matchup too if we end up getting the Dragons versus Gators, because like I was saying before, Gators super strong as 5, but so is the Dragons. They have been since pretty much day 1 in the LAS draft, but we'll have to see. I think what we want to look at next is your predictions, Giggle, to see exactly what you were thinking, because we got the communities one, but let's pick your brain a little, Giggle, and see what you've decided for us here.
All right, let's do it.
All right, you ready for your inbox to get nice and full? All right, let's do it. All right, these are your predictions, Giggle. You got a little bit of a controversial
I know.
first bracket there, but Crusaders beating the Wolves 3-2, a close game. But what is the situation where Crusaders is going to take on the Wolves here?
I'm just going with the Mako diff. It's real. It's a real thing.
And all the way into finals, the Crusaders are going to make it.
Yep.
Ooh, but on the other side, I mean, Panthers going through against Gators as well. That's similar to the community, but Gators running all the way with it, all the way to a dub there in the victory. So, be interesting. Honestly, if Crusaders can crack through to finals, that would be like a miracle run. It'd be one of those underdog ones, because they are coming in as that 4B or that 4th slot from B. But
yeah,
I mean,
my thinking here is there's always going to be that one upset or that one team that's really hot in playoffs, and I'm just thinking it's going to be Crusaders. I think they're going to shock everyone.
We've seen it before. Winner Boo's last split was able to go on a run, just able to sneak into the playoffs and then made a run all the way to finals. So
that's sometimes all you need.
That's all you need. You never know what happens in playoffs, right? Stuff can change, but I would definitely, that would be a huge upset if the Crusaders are able to take down not only just the Wolves, but the Dragons. That is a tough lineup for them to take on, but you got your faith in the Gators there, and I like that. I like the confidence, and I'm excited to watch you guys in this playoff series, because looking at that other side of the pool, it's no doubt in my mind that of those 4 teams, the Gators is the strongest one coming in. Statistically, the strongest one coming in as well too. I mean, you can't argue the numbers as well, but I love playoffs. I love me some playoffs.
We were very happy to end up getting that first seed, because if you're on the side of the bracket with the Wolves, like, you got to play through the Wolves or one of those good teams to make it to finals. So I think if you get first in Group B, I think you have an easier path to finals.
We'll have to see. I mean, those start. That's tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we are starting those LAS draft playoffs. But how about we don't have Dallas here yet, so I don't want to quite expose him on stream with his picks. But if he's okay with it, we'll do it. But why don't we bring up mine? I'll show you what I had in mind here of what's getting through. You know what? Light my inbox up. Do whatever you're gonna do. But this is what I think. Let's check it out. All right. That's not what we want. This is what we want. We're not ending it yet. So, similar to what we got for the stream, or no, the community picks here, Wolves and Dragons going through as well too. But I say the Wolves are going to take it and run with it. Not too different on the bottom half of the bracket here with the Gators going to the finals, but I think it's going to be a close finals. Either way it goes, because, you know, we're looking at either Dragons, Wolves versus Gators potentially as these finals. But those are 3 really good teams, and this is why it's tight. But I gotta go with the Wolves as the champs for this split.
Yeah, I think like I said earlier, I think they definitely improved with the Bamboo trade. And I think if Wolves do end up making it to finals and we meet them there, I think that's going to be probably the closest finals out of any of the combinations.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's so excited for it too, and excited for the playoff picks especially. I don't want to reveal them on stream, but I know there's a couple picks coming out from either Dallas or Bambooper that has shown up in a game 5 of playoffs, has been absolutely wonky, but if Dallas is out there in chat, he knows what I'm talking about, or anybody who is watching that series from last split. It's ridiculous sometimes.
Do my homework.
Yeah, you might have to go back and
Yep.
take a peek at what they like to do.
I had no idea about it until now, so thank you.
You'll have to do some. It's digging. You're gonna have to do some major digging there. But I mean, that's kind of a good thing too, is the fact that you can see these brackets and see where people are going. It's not a bad time to start doing some VOD review, because those are all up. No way. I'm looking at the chat right now. No way Panthers go down to Gators. The controversy has started, boys.
It has. It's just the beginning.
Okay. Well, I don't see Dallas here, but we do have his prediction, so might as well bring him up and check out what he has to say about this. This is looking a little familiar here, but a couple changes on the bottom side of the bracket. Let's see the Dallas predictions here, made by Dallas, coined by Dallas. Here we got Wolves going through. Wolves beating the Dragons and heading to finals against Gators again. However, 3-2 for the Falcons. They got the Falcons going on, and what more perfect timing. The Dallas diff coming through. He's with us right now and just in time for his predictions. How you doing, Dallas?
I'm doing good.
Oh my God, it's Dallas.
Hello, I love you, Ozzy.
It is the man himself. Dallas diff is here. Well, looking at your bracket here, I think we got a very fair approach from the top end, but Falcons over Panthers going into semis against Gators. Thoughts on that? Where did that come from?
So Falcons are the only team that 2-0'd us in regular season.
Mm-hmm.
And we kind of slapped Panthers, and it wasn't close. I think Falcons are really getting slept on, and I honestly think they're a very good team that have been coming together throughout the regular season. And I think they're very much so peaked right now. So I think if they don't respect that team, they are going to lose very fast.
And you're right. The Panthers definitely have the abilities to win that, but I think you're right. A big word that comes through is the respect for this team that's been forming up. But that would definitely be a bit of an upset if that were to happen. However, you've got a player on the Falcons that's been around for a while, even 32, and I've seen how he's grown as a player and how he's grown in best of fives, and he's been in a lot of these situations too. So maybe we see Gieben coming through as one of the big leaders here, but they do have a lot to contend with on that Panthers side. So I'm excited to see how that one goes this week, which is actually going to be the stream match too. So that's very exciting to see what ends up going on with that. But any other controversial takes? We have a lot. I mean, looking back at these brackets, right? We got Wolves Gators in the top. We got Wolves Gators in the top there. We got, I think the one controversial one was from Giggle there, was Crusaders crushing their way through. But I mean, like I said, Dallas, you remember the Winter Boo story. That was glorious to watch happen.
Didn't we have a bracket from Flip too?
We did the community ones. We started with that, but we can revisit that as well too.
Oh, I thought he had a personal one he made.
He didn't pin it, but I think he's hiding it somewhere. It's got to be somewhere. We can totally expose him later too. But yeah, I think this is fair, looking at what we've seen throughout the split and what teams are kind of dominating the five-man game. But best of five, guys. It's a world where anything can happen. And we've seen the upsets before. We've seen the wonky play, the wonky picks. Am I right, Dallas? So I'm excited. I'm very excited for that. But any other points there, or last points about these LAS draft playoffs?
I think just the series games, a lot of it is actually like a mental game. You know, if you lose a game, you got to keep that mental going.
Yeah, I think for a couple of the teams, I'm not gonna name names, but some teams it's pretty clear that their mental is a lot worse than other teams. And I know Chin has said jokingly to me, but I don't think it's a joke. That whatever team loses the second game is probably gonna lose the series.
You know what? There's been a lot of situations like from the games and series that I've watched too. Is for some reason that ends up being the case. A lot of the time, it's that first game might not be the biggest impactor there. It's that second game. Once you've kind of settled into the series, once you've kind of loosened up a little bit, that second lot or the whoever loses that second game is definitely impacting on that mental, especially if you've already lost that game 1-2. That's
Yeah, I think there's only one team in the entire draft that can actually pull a reverse sweep successfully, because their mental won't boom, and that's Gators if Giggle can manage to not let his team completely boom.
You hear that, Giggle? You're on mental control.
I'm on mental control, yeah.
I think that is literally the only team that can actually pull off a reverse sweep.
We get a true in chat. It's true.
Well, we just gotta watch out for the Chai Zoe.
Oh yeah, Zoe's not a fight.
But
Yeah,
you're insecure if you don't let Stewart's have Vi.
can't let that happen.
I mean, we're thinking about letting it through just to see what happens. I know other teams want us to let it go through.
That'd be interesting. Hey man, you got games to play with. Up 2-0, let it go through.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We never want to, discount anybody.
It's true.
We're not gonna assume we're gonna win.
That's true. You gotta show that respect in the playoffs, no matter who you're up against. It's these teams kind of unlock. They turn into Super Saiyan mode when they enter playoffs. And it's like, okay,
Now-
where were you all split?
Yeah.
Also, I do want to say, if you want to pull up my prediction really quickly.
Dallas. Yes, I will get
Yeah.
yours up there in a.
Have we ever had a reverse sweep?
Oh yes.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
We've had a couple come through as well too. Let's see if I can get Dallas's predictions back up again. Boom. There we go. We got them up live for you.
All right.
Okay.
I am gonna say now, I am going to be very upset if Eagles don't take at least one game. That is my most confident game score. That Eagles will at least get a single win, because I know Hero can carry a game.
That too, and
I
you got
don't
Killua on
think
the
there's a
team, too.
world. I don't think there's a world where Hero doesn't carry at least one game.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
had mine 3-1 as well.
Wait a minute. Hold on. We got 3-1 from Dallas. We got 3-1 from me, and from Giggle we got
3-1.
3-1. Look at us.
I do think that Eagles has a small chance to take that series, though.
I think they have a lot better of a mental,
Yeah.
but I think Dragons are better players.
And honestly, like playing with Killua as well too. His shot calling is really on point, and it's nice. It's nice having that mentally strong player who can keep everyone kind of together. So I think that's definitely an asset. I gotta say, and his 1v1s too. Like he is usually good for winning those 1v1 situations. It just depends, Dragons knowing that, is that where they're going to be sending the resources to mid to top to deal with Hero 39, to deal with Killua. So
It's a quick 3-ban Hero angle, if you
Yeah.
ask me.
Darius, they can't let Darius through in this bracket. That's all Dragons got to do. You can't let him have his dang Darius. It's just gross. It's too gross. But we got some more predictions tonight, guys. But I think they're all pretty fair coming from the side for LAS draft. It'd be interesting to see what happens this Monday when we get things started off. But we got some other predictions here as well too. And I know, Doomby, you've been very patient for me, sitting there waiting, getting those points ready to go. But why don't we start Well, we'll switch on over to LRS pre-made because those are also starting this Thursday as well too.
Hey, it's comeback season for Godmade. Just do it.
That's true. That's true.
6th place to top 4.
You just do it. Just do it. You'll like my prediction. If you haven't already seen them, you'll like them. But we'll start with we'll start with Doing Bees. We'll bring them up here on the board. We were a little unsure of what they were going to look like until that last game was played today. So we do have them all lined up. But Doing Bee, let's get yours up on stream here and see what you got for us. All right. So that first bracket there, Regicide taking Sheep Herd 3-0.
Yeah, I can believe that one.
Yeah.
That one's definitely gonna happen.
So
RGC is the only team that can be a dark horse in this bracket.
Hey, don't sleep on Godmade. Come on.
Shut up, Dallas. I hate
Bro,
you. Stop talking. You're ugly.
We beat Moon Crew and Rodham.
it's
I
true.
don't care. You ugly.
Teams are dogs.
And for-
Teams. Come on.
You know what? If that's the reasoning for GM not making it, then that is Doing Bee's
Yeah,
choice. You know.
All I'm saying is, imagine losing to a team with 3 golds on it as a plat team.
You never know. You never know. But
Can't relate.
so Regicide up against PVE up in the, I believe, that'd be quarters. That'd be our
That is
quarters.
quarters.
So PVE has been looking hella good. I mean, they're first place in the A pool. They're strong as a squad together. But looking to that the next bracket, they lose against IDNM. Ooh.
See, the main carry for PvE is Esmond, and I personally think that the other side of the other group is actually a lot weaker. Their Godmade got boomed.
True.
And that the other our group B is a lot stronger because you have Rising Tide, you have us, and then you also have RGC and you have RAR, all in the same group. In the other like group A, you really only have PvE because Godmade died. So the main carry has been Esmond, obviously, for PvE, and I feel that our bot lane can actually match Esmond with Siggy. Obviously, we had a pretty bad off game on stream last Thursday, but we're hopefully going to be working out a couple of things, and we're changing some things up with just play style.
Yeah, I was watching Siggy. Honestly, the battle of the ADCs that night was nuts. Like the stuff that they're able to execute is very high level. So it's definitely going to be interesting watching, like, when you know that bot lane, when you have two very, very heavy-handed ADCs go at it. Oh, just makes for a great game. But a lot of the comps tend to revolve around those players too. So I'm interested to see what happens here in that draft, especially. Just so important. But to the rest of that bracket, like that, you got faith in the team, the squad going through, taking down Rodham in the quarterfinals there, and all the way to finals. But let's before we talk about the finals, let's talk about that other side of the bracket. RAR beaten Godmade.
See, RAR's a little bit odd because I've seen them around for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of weird how they structure their whole team as an organization. So honestly, I mean, it could be 3-2, it could be 3-0 for RAR, it could be 3-0 for Godmade, but I'm just going to say 3-2, it's close.
It's unpredictability, I guess. You don't know where it's going to go. So that's fair. But we got Grizzlies going over the Bad Papas. I believe that is the TBB.
Yes,
They're not that
Papas.
bad. They're not that bad.
I think that'll probably be a close one too. Grizzlies and Team Bad Papas there, but yes, those two big ones there in the quarterfinals, Rising Tide, Tsunami, and Moon Crew have been heavy hitters this split. I gotta agree with you on those two going through. But the finals and the consolation match as well too, that third place match. Thoughts on those?
Well, we have a little bit till finals. Obviously, it's April 8th. So if we're able to make it all the way, and we also have a little bit until semifinals against PvE. So we'll have a lot of time to prepare. We'll be working on some things. We don't. The one thing that we do have a little bit of an issue with is like we don't exactly have a coach. We don't have, and we don't have an organization at all. It's just a team. We aren't a part of any organization. We aren't a part of any, like any sort of regular sort of thing that most teams are a part of.
I feel that. I feel that. You just a group of the fellas just getting together, having some fun, playing some games. But I mean, that synergy can work, and it seems to be working pretty good. I know you guys. Sometimes things can go a little different on stream, but I would hope to see IDNM versus RTT in the finals there. You get your redemption over them after that loss on stream. But what a finals that would be, man! Oh my god.
Yeah. We were actually honestly hoping that we get like if we beat RGC, we would have gotten first seed, and honestly, it would have been so much easier for finals. And then it would be PvE versus RTT in the top bracket, which should be a lot better for us.
True. The top side of the bracket is very fucking stacked.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. Like
It's actually just the freest finals run for RTT I've ever seen in my life.
Literally, but. Still, like our group B is probably the group of quote unquote like death for this league. I think Group A was just kind of
There's got to be one of those groups though. You can't not have one. But I think you're definitely right. Is that a lot of that strength does lie towards that upper side of the bracket? Because yeah, like you said, Regicide's kind of that. Unhinged, unpredictable team coming through, but
if they were able to sub in Sleeper, I'd say that'd be 3-2.
You know what? I'm looking forward to seeing how that one goes, because the PvE Regicide match is actually going to be. Is it going to be? I'm seeing. I can see. No, they don't have the streams on of who's chosen yet, but that'd be a fun one to watch for sure. I mean, all these games would be fun to watch. Well, we're gonna have to see. But I'm looking forward to the run from IDNM, because you guys have been looking good. All split. We scratched that. We scratched those outliers on stream. We don't pay attention to those. You guys are gonna have.
We always lose on stream.
It's honestly, it's nerves. I feel that. I get on stream and I forget to do the most basic of stuff. It's like I'm just playing like an idiot tonight. But
the one game that we lost last season in another league is the one game that got streamed. So.
I do be like
IDNM 9-1.
But the finals are streamed. What are you gonna do about that?
Nothing. You
Reschedule.
don't make it to the finals. You went in semis. That's how you do it.
you reschedule it to 9 in the morning when no one can stream it.
Oh yeah.
That's the game plan.
Oh, but we got a couple other brackets as well too. And we do have Can joining us as well too. How you doing tonight, buddy?
What it do? What's up?
Yo. So I'll leave this choice to you, whether or not you want me to show your bracket next or I show my bracket next.
You can go next if you'd like. I don't got a preference.
All right. I'll bring mine up here, and then we'll save the best for last. Right? Am I right? I'm right.
Okay.
All right. So I a little different here. I did have Sheeperd going through against Regicide. Just because, I've been seeing some stuff out of Sheep that I've been liking, and he's been playing a lot better these recent weeks. So I will give him that slight edge, but I might change it to a 3-2 for Regicide if I were to go back, because you guys are starting to put some stuff into my mind here that I might have been sleeping on Regicide this split. But
Yeah, Regicide are pretty good.
But PvE, I have PvE going through. I do have IDM and M going through 2 semis, but controversial to what to do. And B said I have chosen PvE to go to the finals.
Okay.
I don't know. I've seen these players go at it before, and they look really good in playoffs. Again, I will throw my always disclaimer in there that you never know what's going to happen in playoffs, especially with such a big league, right? This is our biggest league that we have. There's a lot of competition here, a lot of teams we have never seen before in playoffs. So it's definitely going to be interesting to watch these teams face off in those BO5s. But you know, we got our boy Cannatin and Vapus. I've seen them a bunch of times in the playoffs before, and it's been nothing but good stuff. K God K is also a really solid support, and like you say, doing B. Esmond tends to be a little nutty around playoff season, so that's why I have it so close there between IDNM and PvE. I think that's definitely going to be a very close series. Two very strong teams.
The one game I just want to call that is just, I mean, you've already touched on the other side. The one that's really startling is the fact that you have IDNM and ROPM going to 5. That is gonna be a 3-0 or a 3-1 because IDNM throws a game. I don't think there's a world where that goes to 5.
Maybe. You know, it's that first week of playoffs. I think IDNM. I think you're right. It's most likely a 3-1. I think I just put a little bit of a buffer there as a 3-2, just in case, you know. It's just those. Okay, boys, we're waking up. Couple games. Wake up. Let's go. Let's play this playoff. So let's get into shape. But I think IDNM will the games that they win are going to be convincing, and the games that aren't won are still going to be close. But over to the other side, same as Doomby there. I got Grizzlies going through, but Rising Tide making it into semis, and controversial to what you said. I gotta give it to GM. I gotta give it to GM. They are hungry for some wins here. They want to prove themselves, and they're willing to play their hearts out. And you know, Gesture Time, same page, have been just absolutely clutch in that bot lane. You got the Dallas diff, so you got to go for that. I think it will be close between them and Moon Crew. And then potentially 3-1, 3-2 against Rising Tide there. So they will give them a run for their money. But we'll see. This one's kind of up in the air. I feel less confident about my LRS pre-made predictions than I do about my LAS draft ones, but there's just a lot of new teams, a lot of new players I get to see in playoff form, so it's going to be a fun one for sure, guys. But you know what? My inbox is not as lit up as I thought it'd be, which is fine. This is fine with me. But Ken, why don't we bring your predictions out, my friend?
Sounds good.
Let's see what you've got here for us. All right.
Okay. So, just a disclaimer for all the 3-0s beside PV's name. My coach wouldn't let me put any losses for us. It's no disrespect to any team we're playing. I'm sure if there was any team that could take a game off us, it'd be IDM Men or RTT. But everything else for the most part just stands. Like I have very few like game 5s. I did have one for ROTM versus IDNM, but I'm starting to think that it's more of a 3-1 for IDNM. But we'll see. But the reason most of these series won't go to game 5 is just because I don't think most teams have the mental to actually like play 5 games, especially if they're down like 2-1 or like 2-0. So that's why like series like GM versus RAR, even though it's like probably close, I gave GM the 3-1. Same thing with GM versus MNC. Team Bad Papas and Grizzlies was a tough one because we played Team Bad Papas like 2 weeks ago, and we played Grizzlies in scrims before, and like both of the results like ended up like really similar. Like game 1 was like kind of close, but we won, and then game 2 like we kind of stomped. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of like similar to the rest. RTT kind of just has a pretty easy path to the finals. I don't think Sheepherd would put up much of a fight against RGC, and maybe they take one game off. Like, the only reason like weaker teams would really take a game off better teams is like we underestimate them in game 1 or game 2, and then they surprise us. But then like we kind of get our shit together, and then we win the rest of the series. But yeah, I mean, nothing to stand out compared to the other ones, other than just PV going to finals.
It's yeah, PvE is definitely a strong squad. I think though, you look at team PvE, IDNM, RTT are definitely our top threes coming through, but I think I would say the more underdog stories would be the teams in Regicide or Sheepherd or Godmade. I think they definitely have a chance at throwing some upsets here in these series, but
yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people kind of overrate RAR. Like they've kind of just lost. They lost to IDMN recently, and they got 2-0 by Legends Grizzlies like last week. So I don't think they're that impressive in general. But maybe they were starting off hot and something changed, because they've been playing pretty poorly recently. And like, I don't know, the reason I think like there isn't a team that has surprised us yet. Obviously, yes, Pool A, I agree, is not as strong as Pool B, but like we just haven't even felt challenged yet. Like even in the games that were close, like we weren't really like playing our best champions. We were kind of like trying out new stuff. So yeah, I mean, most of the bans they throw at us aren't really even champions like we're looking to play. So I feel like teams just don't really research us well enough. But that's all I have to say.
Well, teams better start doing their homework. I mean, you got time. I believe the LRS pre-made playoffs start March 18th, which is this Thursday. So I'm not too sure who we're going to be watching on the stream this week, but I would you know what? If any of these series, it's either I want to watch the RGC Sheepherd or the GM versus RAR. I'm leaning more towards that first one, the Regicide Sheepherd, because like I said, those two kind of underdog teams that we're looking at here, again, can have that unpredictability factor, and I think that can be that's going to be a great series to watch, is when these two teams are just duking it out and bringing out stuff that we don't usually see in the regular season. But it's playoffs, baby. It's playoff season.
Yes,
oh,
sir.
Right around the corner. It's the best time of the year. I love it.
Aligning with exam season as well.
Yeah, whatever. Exams.
True.
Not playoffs.
Exams are overrated.
No, study, do well on your exams, but also do well in your playoffs. I wish all these teams the best of luck this week as we get into it. But LAS draft playoffs starting this Monday, March 15th. We are actually watching, Falcons and Panthers are going to be on stream. That is confirmed. Not too sure who's going to be on stream this Thursday, but LRS draft playoffs beginning this week. So, I mean, we gotta do this again. I think this is what the Let's Talk Legends is going to be for the next couple weeks too, because we've got our playoffs staggered here. I believe next week, no, the week following from this one, it'll be LAS pre-made, and both the Valorant leagues, their playoffs start. After that, it is LRS Draft, which is on March 30th, and then LTS Pre-Made, which is on April 2nd. They have a very short playoffs because it is a much smaller league. But we get to kind of break down each week by week, and hopefully we're not throwing anybody under the bus. might have done a little bit of throwing under the bus, but it's predictions. We're hypothesizing here. We're making spicy picks, and you know what? In the end, you never know what can happen in playoffs.
That's true. Crazier things have happened.
I'm trying to think back to some of the craziest stuff we've seen in best of fives. I mean, the first one I've already mentioned it tonight. The Winter Booze run through LAS pre-made last split into finals against Tigers V2, and we got a best of five there where it went back and forth, game by game. I think that was probably one of my favorite, not only playoff runs but finals to watch. But thinking back, we got a few splits under our belts at this point. Ken.
Yeah, this is my third split. Yeah, third split, second in pre-made, third overall. Throwback to OG Spartans versus Sharks in the finals back in the day.
Oh, that was a fantastic run too. We haven't gotten a team in a while that's made the miracle run like the Shark squad did all those months ago. Years ago?
Yeah.
No.
Months ago? Yeah. They went
summer. Yeah.
they almost went undefeated in regular season. They lost their first game of the split.
Oh yeah, they lost their first week, and it was like, okay, we'll just win after this. Oh man.
Yep.
Also, guys, as we're kind of ending things out, don't forget that raffle is open. We are going to be closing that soon and picking 3 winners from the list for 1,000 tokens to celebrate. Can you believe it? We hit 1,000 followers on Twitch. Damn.
That's pretty nuts.
Damn.
Pretty nuts.
We're almost at our 2-year birthday as well, too. That'll be coming up. Actually, it's fantastic. We have a great date for that. It lines up on the night of the LTS finals. Is our 2-year anniversary, so yeah,
Damn.
I'm gonna have to do something special for that night. But playoffs, baby. Oh man. Well, any last thoughts, predictions? What we're gonna see? Who's gonna be standing out here? Who our MVP players are gonna be between any of these 2 leagues we've been talking about?
Oh yeah, I just wanted to say, dude, everyone's saying that like Esmond's like the best carry on PV. Dude, Esmond KS's me so much. Like if you look at our DPM, it's literally the same, but I have so many more assists and this guy's like 10 kills. Oh my god. It's fine though. He is the primary carry, I'll give him that. But like, dude, the amount of times he KS's me. I steal his pentas for a reason.
KS stands for kill secure.
You sound like my jungler turnips.
Just look at the stats, guys. Look at the DPM.
How about you, B? Any final thoughts here before these playoffs start next week?
I don't think so.
Ready to go? Feeling. I mean, it's nice too to have that extra week for your playoff brackets, right? To have that extra week to watch what Rodham does, and have that extra insight. That must feel great as a team too coming in.
Yeah. I mean, it really just depends because still it's like it's just a plat league. I mean, a lot of things can happen. It's just consistency with with how you actually are playing.
Absolutely. And without giving away the information, is there anything that IDNM has planned special? Just a yes or no question.
We have planned special, not really.
Okay.
We're just
I'll
having
take
to
that as a maybe.
practice.
I'll take that as a maybe. I'll look out for what you guys are whipping out in this this playoff series. But no, I do. I wish you guys all the best. All of you on the desk with me tonight. All of you watching out there as well too. Playoffs is the most hype. It is the most fun. I love the energy that comes around it. I love the banter that comes with it too. And you know, LAS Draft is going to be lighting up that banter channel this week. It's gonna happen.
They do carry the banter.
They do. Be ready, mods. Get ready. Well, guys, I want to thank you for joining me here tonight. If you want me to bring up any of those matchups again or any of those brackets before we end the show, I can definitely do that. But we are going to close things out for tonight. Unless there's any other final objections.
I got a question for you, Gerv.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on blue milk versus turnips tots?
I think, to be completely honest, Blue Milk has been having a couple weeks of tough mental. Like we said, that's been one of our keywords tonight. Mental has been definitely tough on us this week. I think we got to see how we're feeling. I hope we can come together and be on the same page. At the least, at the bare minimum, I just want to have fun. I know it's going to be a fun series against you guys, so whichever way it goes. But I got to go with my boys. You know what? I trust in them. We're coming back. We're at our full roster again. We'll get you. We're coming for you.
Okay. I told turnips I'd ask you, so.
Okay. I'll say this to be fair. 2-1. It'll be some close games.
2-1 turnips tots.
Oh, turnips. I'm always smiling, and I always get stumped in solo queue, so this smile doesn't go away. Don't worry. Well, guys, it's coming to that point in the night where we are doing our token giveaway. But if you guys haven't already, make sure to enter in. You got 30 seconds left to enter in that raffle. But these are some fat tokens here. 1,000 token giveaway. 3 people are gonna win. Let's see who's gonna get these tokens tonight. We got 18 people in this. So, ready? Everybody in? You boys all in?
Yes, sir.
Excellent.
Ready.
All right. Cross your fingers. Let's see what we got here. Winner number 1. Our first winner. It's going to come through. Claim those tokens. I have to click the button first. Let's see who's gonna be number 1 winner, and it's it's our boy Turnips coming through.
I knew it.
Add points to Turnips. Oh my goodness! Congratulations, Turnips, on your 1,000 points and taking home those to celebrate our 1,000 followers on Twitch. Congratulations. Those should be added soon. There we go. That is through. But let's see who we got next as our second winner. Let's pick another person out of the list. Oh, damn. It's going to be Lalhitsu, a.k.a. Killua, coming in as
Oh, he actually said my turn, too.
Did he actually?
He did. He said my turn, and he wins.
Oh, amazing.
That's great.
Amazing. You know what? And that's why he's my favorite shot caller. That's why I believe in my boy Killua. Love you, buddy. Here's your points. Congratulations. And now, don't leak the scripts. XD. All right. Final winner. You guys got any predictions?
It's gotta be me. I said my turn.
It's true. It's true. You know what? I gotta press it. I gotta press the button. Pick one last winner. You guys ready?
Mm-hmm.
Totally Boss Gamer coming through. Wait a minute.
It's Renji.
Close. You know what? It was another Gator, though. I got
Yep,
two
two
Gators
Gators.
coming through. Okay. Add points at Totally Boss Gamer 1,000. Congratulations, guys, on your wins. Make sure to tune into all those streams that you see my lovely face on Tuesdays and Fridays. I'm going to do some more token giveaways this week. So you got lots to play with come these playoffs. So congratulations. Make sure to tune into tomorrow night's stream, start of the LAS draft playoffs. And I want to thank, of course, our lovely panel that we have on tonight. Thank you guys for joining.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Mm-hmm. Thanks for having me too.
Kick some ass in the playoffs, and let's put on some good shows for the folks at home. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Awesome stuff. All right, we will see you guys all this week. Those playoffs, just a reminder, start at 7 p.m. EST, so those are going to be live 1 hour earlier than the regular stream times. That actually reminds me, I should probably update our calendar on Twitch. Probably go and do that after this. But guys, have a wonderful night. Gurf signing out. Have a wonderful playoffs. And may the banter channel be ever on fire. Okay, bye!
Peace out.
So, yeah.
I saw you smile from across the bar. Yeah, she was pretty and so close but so far. She flipped her hair and I thought this can't be true. How does a man like me get someone like you? And then she looked at me and I was confused. Everyone here can't be the one that she'll choose. And I looked back and saw the spark in her eyes. This can't be real, my head's telling me lies. Just like that, you're coming closer to me. Come shake me, grab me, so I wake up from this dream. I can't breathe, come at me. I don't know if I can speak. Then she said, come with me and let's be free. The night is young and I think this could go far. The sky is dark but you're my shooting star. Could see your face reflect upon the moon. It was a pretty summer night in June. And then she looked at me and I was confused. Everyone here can't be the one that she'll choose. And I looked back and saw the spark in her eyes. This can't be real, my head's telling me lies.